Hey everybody, it's Keith Gleason, host of Indie Comics Relay and creator of the Mighty Mascots here. I have another Mascots Origins video for you. Um, but before we get into that, let's take a look at the campaign for the Alterna Winter solicits. It's looking good. We're over 20,000, which is awesome. If for you guys that don't know, my comic book Mighty Mascots is in this campaign. It's issues 5 and 6, which are the newest ones. So if you missed my campaign like a year ago where I produced the issues, this is where your second chance to get them. If you haven't read Mighty Mascots, you can get all the previous issues here, as well as the Mighty Mascots Giant issue, which collects issues 1, 2, and 3. So if you just want to get 1, versus 3. But yeah, this is the way Alterna is not with Diamond Comics anymore. This is how they're getting their books out. They're going direct to readers through Indiegogo. They have 10 books in this campaign. And the great thing about back in the campaign, you get exclusive items like the Alterna trading cards, which has all the characters, the attributes, like almost like those old Marvel cards where you have the stats and you can you compare them with other characters. It's just like a fun little thing that's just an added bonus for backing the campaign. So check this out. There's a lot of great stuff here. And the best thing about it is you will get a lot for your money. You can get all 10 issues shipped for $25, which is an amazing price. Best deal in comics. So check that out, everybody. All right, let's get into this video. So this is a part of a series I've been doing called Mighty Mascots Origins, where I just talk about, I take each member of the Mighty Mascots team and I break down the creation behind that character. So I'm going to start getting into the 3 robot characters that are part of the team. They're almost kind of considered on their there's the main team, and then these guys are kind of like their own thing. That's how I kind of envisioned it, which was weird. It's almost like when you have like the A team and then you have the B team. That's what I felt like. But I think more and more they're becoming more part of the integral group. So the first one I should talk about is probably Smack, and Smack is the leader of the Robot Brothers. So there's Smack, Whack, and Boom. And you may ask why they have like a name like that. It's simple. When I was coming up with the characters for this comic, I was looking into iconic cereal brands and things like that, and Rice Krispie guys I thought were like really great mascots. So, but I love, I didn't want to do them per se, or a version of them, I should say. But I love the name of it, Snap, Crackle, and Pop. So that's why I kind of came up with some robots that had that kind of ability to, Smack, Whack, and Boom, and I wanted to do giant robots that could kind of come together and form a giant robot, because anyone who's read Mighty Mascots knows it's a total throwback to childhood, basically, like old school cartoons that we grew up with. And so the giant robots were all part of our being back then, like Voltron and, Mighty Orbots and things like that. So I wanted to pay homage with that, but I also wanted to make my own versions of it, So, so that's what the book is, basically. Saturday morning cartoons meets, great 80s, superhero comics, So, I thought the first thing I would take a look at, which I've done in these videos in the past, is I found the original email of me and character designer Frankie B. Washington talking back and forth about the character designs for, and I always like to look back at these and see how it's changed over the course of the comic. So let me see. I got, here we go. All right, let me share this screen so that we can take a look at this together. And we'll check it out here. So, all right, so this is my original email here. So let me see if I can read this to you guys. So When I sent it to Frankie, I put all three robots together. So I said smack, whack, and boom. Think Rice Krispie guys, which not really, just more the name. The three robots are bruisers who like to fight. Each one should have a unique weapon or skill. Not sure what those are. Maybe you can throw me some ideas. They can also combine into one big robot to unlock more weapons and powers. Instead of a giant sword, it should be a giant wrench. So I think when I pitched this character or these characters to Frankie, I was just thinking of them as almost like a utility, not really characters, just like something that the mascots would use, like robots that they can controlled basically. But then they've, as you see in the comic, they become their own beings, which is really cool. And in Frankie, if you don't know, Frankie is a big giant monster, giant robot kind of guy. So when I threw this out to him, I thought it would be great for him to kind of come up with some of the giant robot stuff, because he's very good at those kind of designs and also very good at coming up with powers and things like that. I've always, for every character, figured out their cereals and their taglines. So the cereal that the three robot brothers are a part of is Bionic Bites, and it's now with gear shaped marshmallows. That would be great cereal, actually. Maybe they'll make it someday. Tagline on this cereal was vitamins, minerals, and taste combined for ultimate satisfaction. It's a little hint of what them becoming a giant robot there. I also have down here is Frankie's response to this after he created the characters, sent me the designs. He told me what Smack was about. So Smack will function as the left fist and forearm, has no legs. I'm assuming he can hover or has a wheel carriage that descends from his lower half to offer mobility on the ground. Smack is able to generate a sonic field and blast the sonic smack. I like that, so I think that made it in. Some of the other parts here, I don't think we ever did any wheel carriage on the bottom of him. I think he's always just kind of hovering or flying. I kind of like that way. I don't know. I kind of like that better, I think, than giving him like legs or, wheels or anything like that. So that kind of stayed, which was cool, and then this, let me take a look. I think so. This is Frankie's original design for Smack. He's sort of very cartoony, kind of has a funny, face screen with a, little smile and everything like that. And just very dynamic. Let's take a look at his description here and see how much he's changed. Smack is one of the three robot brothers that were part of the Bionic Bites cereal commercial. Smack, in his ordinary form, wields the power of sonic energy. He is able to use sound waves as weapons and create his patented sonic smack. No legs, but he's able to hover and fly. He also functions as the left fist and forearm of the giant robot Mega Crunch. So, yeah, so he didn't change, power-wise, he didn't change much at all. His powers listed here are Sonic Field, Sonic Smack, Flight, and he's Wi-Fi capable. So I don't know what I was, I should have just come up with more Sonic abilities there, which, probably will happen, like I said, when this started off, I envisioned them as more just B players, like they weren't gonna have much of a personality. They were just gonna show up, when you needed, full force against the villain, but over time they kind of developed into their own characters, which was awesome. When I was thinking about personalities for Smack, at first I wanted him, I thought like what a fun leader, like a leader that could, be kind of second in command if Honey Flakes was ever taken out or whatever. He could kind of, but I didn't want him to be too much like Honey Flakes either. Actually, if you pick up the new issues 4, 5, and 6, Smack definitely has to step up in those issues because Honey Flakes is kind of going through a crisis in those issues, and Smack kind of takes over as leader, which is kind of fun. You know, you get to see different side of him. But when I was thinking of personalities, I was thinking along the lines of something like Hanna-Barbera's like Top Cat. Like, I don't know if you know that character, but Top Cat, he was always kind of the leader of his like street gang, but he also was like very smooth, and he also I only took the aspects of his personality I liked. Like, he did talk a lot of smack, um, but I didn't take like the shyster sides of his personality. I just took kind of like his fun loving, like always has a quip, you know, that kind of personality, and added it to Smack. And then, you know, so I thought that was kind of a fun thing. You know, you got, his name is Smack, but he also talks smack, and then he also has the sonic smack, you know, so a lot of his powers come from, you know, sonic and sound and things like that. So that was my thought with him. And he's kind of evolved into this cool, like, you know, leader character, you know, second in command. And he's always he's gone from being more goofy to more serious, which is kind of cool, you know. He still has some funny jokes and things like that, but he's very caring, and, you know, like I said, second in command to Honey Flakes. So that's kind of cool. And then I also wanted to take a look at Ian's version. So we got, this is Frankie's designs. So Ian, this is his designs on Smack. So the thing I noticed right off the bat is very close in design, but also the body, the torso and the legs are much more streamlined. And I imagine that's so Ian can, you know, create the art much quicker, because you see, like, it seems to be a little more detailed in Frankie's drawings than it is in Ian's. But I like them both. I mean, you know, the thing I like about Ian's artwork too is he's kind of taken what Frankie's done and made it very streamlined for, you know, drawing quick pages and dynamic action, and it looks very anime like, which is very fun, you know. So yeah, I really like both versions of these characters, you know, and I think Ian did a great job. Also, I wanted to show you this. This is a cute little picture that my wife often draws the characters for me, you know, on Procreate. And you know, sometimes I'll use these to make prints, or, you know, use them somewhere, you know, when I'm doing artwork. But I love this. Like, she always liked the aspect that they were brothers, and Boom was like a big softie. So here he is hugging both of them, and them not quite loving it, which I thought was great. And I think, let me see, do I have anything else here? Not really. Yeah, that was about it. So I think I hit all the ideas I wanted to talk about. And let me see. Yep. All right. Yep. I hit all my my checkpoints here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. With that character, on what I have to say about him. He's just evolved from being almost like a nothing character to actually being like a second in command leader type, and with a couple jokes here and there. So I really like his evolution. Same with the other two robots, which I'll be talking about shortly. Boom probably is the most undeveloped one, but that'll be changing soon as the series progresses. So something to look forward to. So, all right, everybody, that's it for this Origins videos. Thank you for watching. And, you know, like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. I read all the comments, and I try to respond to everyone. And yeah, channel's been going great. Our live streams have been kicking butt, and yeah, can't complain. So I'm really loving making these videos and reaching out and connecting with you guys online and everything like that. So but yeah, that's about it. I will talk to you soon. Have a great week, everybody.